All right, welcome everybody to this afternoon's semifinal game between Oakhill and State Line. Oakhill wins the tip. Nice back cut there by number 2. Lays it up and in for Oakhill. Hopefully we'll have a great matchup today. One of the big ones I'm looking at down low, and I mean big. You got the 6'5" center for Oakhill against the 6'4" center for State Line. And they go down early, and that's going to be a travel on number 15 for State Line. Dan Fontana alongside Aaron Sortman. Thank you all for joining us this afternoon. Big game on hand. Whoever wins this game advances to the championship and will play the winner of Arthur and Hammond. So a lot on the line for these two teams.
Yeah, you're going to look for some really aggressive basketball play here. We're excited to be here, excited to watch these young guys compete at a high level. And they're hoping for a chance to bring that trophy home to their school for the bragging rights for next year as well.
And early turnover there for Oakhill. You got Andrews, Hodges, Greenberg, Henkel, and Bakey for Oakhill. For State Line, you've got Cooper Worley, Reddick, Dyer, and that is Zach Marshall letting go for 3, no good, and Landon Worley. Both teams have been a staple here at the Dayspring Basketball Classic for several years now. State Line coached by Nathan Nash and Oakhill coached by Norm Bakey. Three just a little bit off there by Greenberg, rebounded by State Line. How do you calm your nerves? This is obviously a big game. We've seen a couple early turnovers, a couple early shots. Nice drive there by, it's number 12, Jordan Reddick, and a great find from the big guy, Eli Dyer, to put State Line on the board.
I think that's how you calm your nerves right there. When you see that first shot go through the hoop, I think that just settles everybody down as a team.
Screen set by Andrews. Swung left to Greenberg, up top to Bakey. Here goes Henkel, step back mid-range, nothing but the bottom of the net, and that's going to be next to impossible to defend if a 6'5" big is going to take a step back jump shot.
That was smooth, man. I love that.
Good action early, 4-2 Oakhill to start the game. Marshall into the paint, kicks it out to Worley, over to Dyer. Dyer, nice jump step into the lane. Up, around and out. Rebounded by Oakhill. Good take there by Dyer, just didn't finish. Stolen by Marshall. Left-hand dribble across the timeline. A little bit of a wild shot there, off backboard, rebounded by Oakhill and David Hodges. Bakey down low on Marshall, left hand off the glass, no good, rebounded by Dyer, and that's something Dyer knows how to do as he picks up a foul also. And I believe that was on Bakey for Oakhill. It's going to be his first. Marshall running the point versus the man-to-man defense of Oakhill inside of Dyer. Nice back cut by Marshall, and it's good. It's a great find for a big man. Bakey over to Andrews. Andrews is going to let go from three. Long, no good. Rebounded by Oakhill, though. Hodges up top for three. Lets it go short, front left. Rebounded by Henkel. Up and in. And we've got a referee timeout. As Cooper Worley comes up a little limpy, but he's not. He's going to take a seat. Got number 33 for State Line coming in, Ethan Raines. The 5'10 sophomore is going to replace Worley. Dyer blocked down low by Henkel. Nice strong move, but Henkel's length able to stop him there. Nice spin move there by Eli Dyer.
Something to watch. Both these bigs have really good footwork underneath.
It's impressive. Part of what makes them both so good at what they do. 6-6 our score. 3 minutes left here in the first quarter. Some back and forth action. Tell you what, Landon Worley for State Line is really making Andrews of Oakhill work. Run around back and forth. Point guard's going at it. Interesting Henkel, the 6'5", is not being guarded by Eli Dyer. Andrews gets free, front rim, no good. Rebound rolling around on the ground. Bodies on the ground, it's what you love to see. What hustle. Great hustle there from both teams. You know what they say, first on the floor. Dyer from 3, no good. Ball tipped around and picked up by Oakhill. State Line and Worley are there, and we have another jump ball.
If you're just joining us, we got 2:25 left in the first quarter.
And it looks like Cooper Worley has checked back in for State Line. It's good to see. He left momentarily with a little bit of an ankle issue. Seems to be doing okay now. And he came in and replaced Jordan Reddick, the 6-foot senior guard. Down low to Henkel, and the size mismatch there forces Ethan Raines to commit the foul, sending Henkel to the line. 4-2. First one, front rim, side rim, and down. What's the key to good free throw shooting?
Consistency, practicing. Should be the same exact motion, the same placement of your feet.
Henkel hits them both, giving Oakhill a 9-6 lead. Dyer, good move inside. And he's going to pick up a foul on Justin Henkel. I believe, correction on the score, I said it was 9-6 earlier because that's what the scoreboard showed, but there has been a correction made and it is only 8-6 in favor of Oakhill. First free throw up and good for Dyer. Man, it's going to be a fun battle to watch this entire game. Raines gets a nice hand of applause as he heads to the bench. I think he spent more time on the floor, and that's a compliment. Diving on the floor for the ball as Dyer hits the second. And we're knotted again at 8. 2 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Again, winner heads to the championship game, so a lot on the line for these two teams. Nice back cut by Henkel, lays it up and in. Great find from Hodges. It's all chemistry there. He knew he was going back door, was able to hit him. Dyer, short corner, mid-range jumper, no good. Rebounded by Henkel. A great hustle by Henkel, and Worley misses the layup. Ball does go out of bounds and will stay with State Line. Great move by Dyer on Henkel. And once again, knotted at 10. Back and forth we go. Nice find from number 4 for Oakhill. Leighton Greenberg finds Andrews down low underneath. 20 seconds left. State Line looks content to hold for the last shot of the quarter. Down by 2. Great first quarter of action we've had so far. Thank you all for joining us. 10 on the clock. Elbow to Dyer. 4, 3. Nice back cut by number 12. That is Jordan Reddick. Good find by Dyer, a very willing passer. And with 1.2 on the clock, State Line's going to go to the line with a chance for 2. First free throw up and good for Reddick. Got mass substitutions for State Line. Worley brothers and Dyer going to take a rest for this last second and a half. Second one up by Reddick. No good. Rebounded by Henkel. Lets it go. Three-quarter court, no good. And that's our score at the end of 1. Oakhill 12, State Line 11. We'll be back right after this on the Eagle Sports Network. All right, everyone, welcome back to the Church Gym. Our score after 1 quarter is Oakhill 12, State Line 11. Aaron, what'd you like in that first quarter from both teams?
It's the battle of the bigs, man. I love to see it. Love to see the going back and forth in the post between Dyer. There it is.
Stolen there by Oakhill. Looking to get it into Dyer with State Line, knocked away and stolen by Hodges. So obviously it looked like a little bit of nerves early. Couple long shots, couple air balls. But then things settled down. Henkel with a rebound off a missed shot for Oakhill. I feel like the words Henkel and rebound and Dyer and rebound are going to be said a ton today. Pretty sure they're both well on their way to a double-digit rebounding game. Andrews, let's go from 3. Strong, no good. Rebounded by Dyer.
Dan, the shooting percentage as a player, coach, do you think it should be affected or could it be affected by the differences in the 2 different gyms? In this tournament, we use 2 different gyms, 2 courts, 2 sets of rims. Do you get used to one, and is that an excuse?
Oh, it's never an excuse. If you can shoot anywhere. But that being said, it is different. You have to adjust. There's different depths to each of these gyms. Obviously, we have different color floors in both gyms. As Hodges with a nice layup over Dyer to stretch the Oakhill lead to 14-11. But, you know, I mean, both teams got to use the same gym. They got to use the same rim, so it's all even in the end. I tell you what, Reddick and his back cuts are impressive, and they always seem to get found. Dyer, I didn't see him do a ton of passing in the last game I watched of him, but, man, he can pass the ball quite well for a big. That's going to be a foul on number 10 for State Line, Cooper Worley.
His first, team second.
Henkel left block, up and over, no good. Rebounded there by It's number 4 for Oakhill, Leighton Greenberg, and he gets fouled as he tries to throw it back in. And number 10, Cooper Worley picks up his second. 6:10 to go here in the first half. And the first free throw up and good for Greenberg. 15-13 our score. Oakhill with the 2-point advantage, and Greenberg with the chance for one more. Nothing but the bottom of the net. Easy money there. Got to make your free throws if you want to win these games. Great move there by, it's number 21 for State Line, Zach Marshall, in the post on Hodges. Looking like he fought through contact and still managed to score. Down low to Henkel, and there's just no answer for him right now. He's being guarded by the much smaller Jordan Reddick, giving up 4 inches. And you wonder if State Line's going to end up putting Dyer on him. Nice screen by Dyer, freeing up Worley, and he scores the mid-range jump shot.
Dyer's just all over. He's defensively, he's solid. He's making passes, finding his teammates, back cuts. Nice screen there, like you noted. He's an excellent basketball player.
Hodges lets go from 3, and Mr. Do-Everything, number 4, Leighton Greenberg with the rebound over to Henkel. Guess who gets the rebound again? Greenberg, and it's up and in. Man, he's putting in some work right now on the glass. Is Leighton Greenberg, and his bucket gives Oakhill a 3-point lead, forcing State Line to call a timeout. And it's a full timeout, so nope, it's a 30. They've changed it to a 30, so we'll stay here. Back and forth action we got, which is exactly what you want in these type of games.
Score is 20-17. We got about 4:50 left on the clock before halftime. We'll see if anyone can start to pull away here, see if they make any changes. Like you noted, Mr. Dyer is not guarding Henkel on the defensive end. That's an interesting call, maybe to save him a little bit for the offensive side. But we'll see if Henkel starts to go off, we'll see if they make a switch.
I'll tell you what, Leighton Greenberg's been really impressive. Obviously, I don't know that he'd be considered the best player on the team when you got Henkel and even Andrews, but man, he's doing everything, and he's probably their best player on the court so far in this game, in my opinion. I mean, Henkel's been great, no doubt, but he's just, 3, 4, 5 offensive rebounds already for him. And that, offensive rebounding, you just got to want it. You got to want to go get it, and he does for sure. Nice drive by Raines, but a good recovery by Hodges, and he blocks it out of bounds. Currently blocked by the referee. Looks like the ball went out of bounds again to State Line. Worley tried to go down low to Dyer, and it's tipped away by Henkel and stolen by Oakhill. Andrews up top to Greenberg, who's going to let go from 3. Back iron, no good. Ball's on the ground, bodies on the ground. Man, what hustle. Looks like we got a jump ball, man. 4 bodies on the floor, 2 from Oakhill, 2 from State Line. Great hustle by everybody. The ball will stay with Oakhill on the jump. How often do you see a 6'5" big inbounding the ball? But that's what Henkel does. Henkel with the much smaller Worley is going to pull up from mid-range, no good. Rebounded offensive for Andrews. And Andrews' pass is on the end line, so it's going to be a turnover for Oakhill back to the State Line. Right now, a lot of offensive rebounds for Oakhill, something State Line coaches, I'm sure, want to fix if they're going to get back. They're in this game if they're going to take the lead soon as I think it was Dyer again. Again, screened by the ref, but Dyer, I believe, in the paint over the Oakhill defense for 2. Looks like they're content to leave Greenberg open from 3 for now. Dyer guarding him, but staying in the paint. Henkel, nice drive, but misses the shot left. Rebounded by State Line. Dyer lets go from 3 over Henkel. Short, rebounded by Henkel. Nice back cut by Hodges, and he's found by Greenberg for 2. Just simple basketball. Your defender steps over, you cut back door. It's worked well for Oakhill, holding a 22-19 lead over State Line. Ball looked to be inbounded by Dyer, to Dyer from Reddick, but it's tipped away by Hodges and stolen by Oakhill. Back cut by Andrews again, but the ball goes through his hands and picked off by Landon Worley. Cooper falls down and maintains dribble, loses the ball, body's on the floor, and we have yet another jump ball. We'll stay with State Line. Stolen by Greenberg again. He's on the run. Nice step through, up, no good. Rebounded by Marshall. Marshall's going to push. He's got Hodges in front of him. Tries to thread a pass to Dyer. It goes off of Hodges and out of bounds. It was State Line's ball underneath. Up top to Marshall. He's going to let go from 3, short front iron. Rebounded by, we got a substitution for Oakhill. It is number 3, Jason Sweats. 5'10" junior guard. Greenberg's going to let go from 3 in the corner. Long, no good. Rebounded by Andrews. And it looks like we're going to pick up a foul for State Line. That is number 12, Jordan Reddick. That is his first. Team's 4th. Relatively clean first half. We got a minute and a half to go. State Line with 4 fouls. Oakhill with 3. As Raines is going to come back in. Mr. Energy off the bench. He's going to take the place of Reddick. And we have an offensive foul as Andrews tried to shake Worley and picks up the offensive foul. Marshall off the screen from Dyer. Dyer ducks in. Nice back feed to Marshall. Give and go action. Marshall couldn't finish though. Rebounded by Hodges. Greenberg tried to enter into Henkel, and it was off of Dyer. So we'll stay with Oakhill. Andrews lets go from 3, short left, no good. Rebounded by Sweats. Over to Hodges, trying to get it to Henkel. Tipped by Worley, but Greenberg there to recover. 40 seconds to go in the first half. And stolen by Worley, and Andrews diving for the ball, ends up tripping Dyer, and it's going to get called for a foul. Impressive D from Worley. I believe that's Andrew's second foul. And sure enough, Bakey's going to come in and get Andrews. Up top to Cooper. Inside to Dyer. Dyer takes it at Henkel. Tries to fight over. Henkel can't get it to fall. Rebound in the corner, bouncing around. Dyer comes up with it. And we have a travel. Dyer looks to be hurt.
Looks like Dyer's got a little bleeding from the face, from his forehead. I couldn't tell what happened. Could you see what he did?
I mean, when he was diving for the ball, it looked like he must have got his head hit on either a knee or maybe an elbow hand from Oakhill. There was a travel on Dyer. As he was falling to the ground, he did travel, but on his way down, he must have got hit. And you just hope he's okay. Obviously, these guys are here to win a basketball tournament, but some things are more important than winning, and hopefully Dyer is okay and can come back into this game.
Can't quite see what's going on. We're doing a little cleanup because Dyer was dripping everywhere. He got blood on the ball, blood all over the floor. Thinking maybe he just, hopefully they can just bandage him up. He can come back and...
He did get up and walk on his own, so that was a good sign. Just pray and hope everything's okay with him. All right, looks like we have everything cleaned up, and we will resume play. 19 seconds left. Oakhill 22, State Line 19. And obviously with Dyer out at the moment, there's an even bigger size advantage for Oakhill. Let's see if they try to get it to Henkel. State Line's going to come out in a press, inbounded to Hodges. And we've got a foul off the ball. It's going to be number 33, Eli Raines. It's going to be his. Well, I don't know what number foul it's going to be. Got a quick delay, wiping up some more either water or whatever on the floor. All right. This first half has had it all. Oh, inbounded quick to Sweats. He misses everything, no good. 8 seconds left. Marshall comes up the timeline. 5, 4, crossover to his left, cross back to his right, and doesn't get the shot off. The shot. Oh, they counted it. Oh, my goodness.
The refs are going to be talking about that one.
One ref furthest away from the ball did indeed count the basket, and now they have waved it off, which was the correct call. That was the correct call to not count that bucket. It was a good move by Marshall. So anyway, our score at halftime, Oakhill 22, State Line 19. We'd love to have you back in the second half. We'll be back right after this on the Eagle Sports Network.
We're muted now.
would like what you're doing, if each of you send in $1, so.
Wants to go on the she's just taking a couple pictures on the playground out there, right? Yeah, that's a good sign. There's a gate. I mean, that one's not locked. The outside one is not locked. It's just a wide open. It's just no. She didn't need to get in the building. If she just goes to the one out by the school gym, that's just there's just a walk. It's not locked at all. Yeah, should be fine.
At the end of one was
Well, that doesn't show. No. Was there any blow-ups during the game? I was That's what I was thinking, but I wasn't able to change that. That makes sense.
What's the actual score right now? I'm actually curious. I don't think it's happening. Well, the game's it's a trash game right now.
Well, I need to get stats for this one.
It's a trash game. Every single play there's a foul, but every third play they're blowing a whistle. So one team is always. They had 3 straight plays where Hammond's big guy, Arthur would go for a layup, he would swat it away, and his body would completely crush the Arthur players. And they didn't call it until the 3rd time. The Arthur coach was literally like, wow. And then they called the arm check.
That dude got like, I don't know, but his head was like. I didn't know it was a choice. I don't think there was a choice.
He's fast. He's really fast. You gotta get him back. I mean, the guy pulled up double team from the black line to the green.
Are they still,
We eliminated.
yeah. I didn't even see that.
What's the back guy say, Charlie? Yeah, he does.
Let's go, Matthew!
Bro, imagine if we had pulled DJ and played DJ, you would have destroyed the number one guy. Yeah, because he couldn't get in. Wait. Keep trying again. Let's see. Let's watch him find out. Oh, man. That is pathetic. You should be ashamed of yourself.
I got you, bro.
You should be ashamed of yourself.
I got you, bro. No!
Oh, yeah. There we go.
Still got it, huh?
You gotta use those legs.
Yeah, he was bleeding good, dude.
Dude, we have to wipe the floor.
Oh, that's why they paused the
You were in here the whole time.
No, I was not.
Oh, okay.
I was talking. I didn't get out when I was talking.
There's no way to edit it on the right side.
Ooh, thank you, sir.
Just what we need.
Oh, yeah, you know. Plug this in a little. Yes, sir. Nice. Well, he's back in number 35 now instead of 15. Apparently, it was a decent gash on the back of his head.
He's their best player.
Oh, yeah.
How many points does he get?
Well, he's got 8-3. I would venture to say that number should be higher too. But they're getting smacked on the boards.
Ouch.
Yeah. More offensive rebounds than the defensive rebounds. That's never a good. Yeah. That's insane. That's insane.
His state line is not boxing out.
I think it's a combination of they can't.
Size.
Yeah, it just
They're just getting pushed
the
around.
guards for Oakhill are. Yeah, he had like 3 offensive rebounds on one possession, and then kicked it out for a
Well, that
free.
helps.
Yeah. Yeah.
Has state line played Hammond?
I don't know. I would assume so. They always usually do before they come here, but I don't know that. All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to our semi-final matchup, easy for you to say, between Oakhill and State Line. Our score at halftime, Oakhill 22 and State Line 19. Joined by the super sub, Pastor Dave Rendy, filling in for, well, himself. Good to have you.
Hey, glad to be here. Apparently we had a budget shortfall on the length of the mic cable on this. Good night.
Hey, you know a guy, though, right? Good news, everybody. I did want to let you guys know that Eli Dyer is back, bandaged up, but back, and seems to be doing okay, so that's excellent news. Obviously, he hit his head at some point, and seems to be doing much better, though, so that's good news.
I tell you what, looking at the stats, just the rebounds by Oakhill, they are just crashing the boards.
I'm honestly, looking at this stat sheet, 21 rebounds, like you mentioned, to State Line's 10. And it's only a 3-point game. State Line is in this game, but they definitely have to clean up the rebounding if they want to pull out this win.
Well, and you can see the battle down low. Henkel is just pushing Dyer out of there, trying to keep him out of the middle.
It's been a great matchup to watch for sure in that first half. Looks like we have a travel there for State Line. That's another thing. 14 turnovers combined between the two teams. I'm sure coaches want to limit that a little bit going into the second half. Early one there for State Line.
Henkel, the leading scorer, with 10 points. Throwaway there.
Good pressure. That's one thing we were mentioning in the first half, that Dyer wasn't guarding Henkel on the defensive end, whether to keep him out of foul trouble or keep him fresh on the offensive end. Henkel was guarding Dyer, though, so we'll check on that matchup going forward, too.
And nobody in serious foul trouble.
Which is what you want. You want your best players on the court. Deciding a game to get the championship round as Dyer backs in Henkel. Great move.
Beautiful spin move. Right to his left and then lays it in with his right hand.
He uses his body so well. I mean, Henkel's a big guy, he's 6'5", but using his body, his little off shoulder right there, perfectly to give himself some space.
Kaboom.
And Greenberg shaking his head laughing says finally. He was open all first half and couldn't hit a three, but finally knocks one down there, and that's got to be a relief for him.
0 for 4 in the first half. Nice little start.
Oh, yeah. And Dyer's been giving him that. Dyer's been staying in the paint because he's been guarding Greenberg, so that's there all day if Greenberg wants it.
That's the problem. You get reliant upon one guy, though, and then you get double teamed. You got to find the open guy. Somebody's open.
Yep. It was a good help there by Bakey for Oakhill. Jump ball possession back to State Line, though. Inbounded to Worley, corner three. It's the top of the backboard, no good. Rebounded by who else? Henkel. Andrews lets go from three, and he hits. Oakhill 0 for 9 in the first half from three. They've hit a couple here.
Boy, that's going to change quickly.
Yeah, stretching the lead to 7. Dyer wants in the three-point action. Back rim, bounce up, no good. Hits the support, so that'll be out of bounds to Oakhill.
That's fun when you see them move the ball and they start to hit from the outside. That could change the tempo of the game real quick.
Yep, and Oakhill's fired up as State Line's going to take a 30-second timeout. So we'll stay here. So, Pastor Dave, you played basketball in your day. What, if anything, has changed over the years in the game of basketball?
Boy, I tell you what, shooting from the outside is definitely different now. It seems everybody wants to shoot from the outside.
Live and die by the three.
And a lot of teams are dying by it, let me tell you.
Yeah, this has been one of the lower scoring tournaments that I can remember. I mean, it's been good action, good competition, but just a little bit lower scoring. Maybe the defense picked up.
some of the three-point shooting averages are just abysmally low, and that obviously leads to games like that. But what's gone is the art of, taking it down low, creating a little separation, and putting it in. It just, whatever, it doesn't have to be a layup. It's just a nice little jump shot.
Yep. All right, Oakhill basketball, and looks like State Line's going to pick them up full court, apply a little pressure.
Unless you're Dyer, of course. He obviously does it well.
Yeah, quite well. Henkel off the front rim, going for the rebound. Looks like he's going to pick up a foul.
Boy, that's an interesting call because he kind of had position. He actually, rather than reach over, he actually tipped it behind him. Could have seen that a little different.
That's what's interesting is because nowadays you can go over someone's back as long as you don't displace them. That's the word they love to use. And I don't think he did that there, but picked up a foul. So, and the ref's always right. I mean, the ref makes the call. That's what it is. Marshall, good ball moving from State Line. Let's go from three. Gets hit after the shot.
No call there, surprisingly.
Dyer hits the deck. And Oakhill comes away with it. Hodges in the corner to Greenberg. Up top to Andrews. Thought about the three. Right-hand dribble drive. Floater in the lane. No good. Rebound.
Ouch.
Ooh, there was a collision between Andrews and Dyer.
Yeah, Andrews needs just a second there to compose it. He went down hard there. Didn't hit his head, but definitely landed hard.
And Dyer picks up the foul. Both guys going for the rebound. Dyer's got a little bit of size on Andrews, which promptly sent Andrews flying. Nice cut by Andrews. Lays it up and in. Good find from the 6'5" Henkel.
That's beautiful to see. Working together, just waiting patiently. Bam, hit the open guy.
And honestly, this is why these two teams are in this game, right? They're in the Final Four. They have a chance to make it a championship game. They move the ball. They don't play selfish. They share. They pass when someone's open. It's good basketball.
Blocking foul there.
Just a little too much body. Worley's going to inbound out to Marshall. Marshall's going to let go from three, short, no good. Rebounded by Henkel.
That's the thing. You got to get them to respect that outside shot. Otherwise, they can stay off you and collapse on that defense.
Greenberg lets go from three, no good. Rebounded by Marshall, looks to push. Dyer hasn't touched the ball in a couple possessions. Let's see if State Line looks to get it down to him. Marshall content to work on Hodges. Nice spin move. But Henkel's there and he
Great
blocks
help.
it. Greenberg on the run. Oh, and a good block by Marshall and a foul is called.
Yeah, they're looking for a blocking call or a block call there, and I think he had a little body on him at
That's
the hip
thing.
level.
All these fans, you see the block up top and it looks so beautiful, but they don't watch the body.
That's right.
There's two components to that. So Greenberg's going to get 2 free throws. First free throw up and good. Greenberg 2 from 2 from the free throw line in the first half.
Oakhill trying to extend the lead here just slowly. They've just been methodical. Not flashy, but just working it.
Good basketball, and they've stretched the lead to 10, 31-21 with 3:50 to go here in the third quarter. Greenberg long on the second one, but Henkel's got position, tips it out to Greenberg. Over to Hodges, good find. Ball goes up, no good, but we got a foul.
That's where the rebounding comes into play, though, when they can pull down the rebound on their own free throw and give them a second chance. And then, boom, State Line picks up another foul.
Henkel with a really quick first step was able to get in front of Dyer and tip it out to Greenberg. First one up and good for Hodges. And he's going to get one more.
Hodges was 3 for 3 in the first half from 2-point range. Good shooter.
Hits them both there. Got Worley in the corner for State Line. Dyer finally gets a touch. Doubled down by Greenberg out to Worley. And Greenberg's going to pick up another foul. He's having a little bit of trouble staying in front of the faster Worley, and that's going to cause him to pick up a second foul.
Yeah, you've had a pretty low foul count in the first half, but it's starting to pile up here.
Yep. Refs have been good. Refs have been good this game. Nice and consistent.
Well, they're letting him play down
you
low
got to.
between Dyer and Henkel. That's what you want. Man, Oakhill is just really clamping it down. State Line can't really get any momentum.
It's impressive defensive start for Oakhill for sure. And that's why they have a 12-point lead now. Ooh, wild pass by Andrews. Hodges couldn't corral it, and it's going to be a turnover for Oakhill.
I was going to say, we haven't seen many errant passes. They've been pretty patient. Well, that changed.
In the blink of an eye. Marshall back in for State Line, along with the two Worleys, Dyer and Reddick. Dyer gets a nice drive down, doubled by Hodges. Blocked by Henkel. No foul called, much to the chagrin of State Line and their coach, and Oakhill's going to take a timeout.
You know, this is a perfect time to just call over the guys, say, hey, guys, we've got it. Let's not get out of control. Keep it going.
Great timeout for Oakhill. It's going to be a 30, so we'll stay here. Again, winner of this game, if you're just joining us, is going to face the winner of Arthur Hammond. Last I had heard, late in the first half, Hammond was up 15 on Arthur. I'm not sure where they're at now, but either way, that's going to be a great game.
As you look at the bracket, there has just been some good competition. Whether left side, right side, it doesn't really matter. It has been fun to watch some of these teams.
You've got Quentin Road taking on Faith for the consolation winner. That's going to be the next game here in the church gym. CLA is going to take on FOFCA for 5th place. That should be another great game. And
that's the one that surprised me, though. That FOFCA, Heritage game, that I really believe that could have gone either way, but FOFCA, just pulled it out in pretty convincing fashion.
Yeah, they turned it on for sure in the second half. Heritage had a hard time hitting anything. But you know what I love? Neither team stopped playing. They kept playing the whole way, and that's what you love to see. Henkel in the corner. Corrals the loose ball, drives, kicks out to Bakey, short corner jumper, no good. Rebounded by Mr. Offensive Rebound himself, Greenberg. Gets it again, gets it a third time and puts it up and in.
That's just padding the stats right there.
Hard hat, lunch pail. The man is going to work. Who was the biggest stat padder on your team back when you played?
I wish we were a good enough team that we could have padded the stats. We were just happy to be out there.
You got a block by Henkel, but I think they're going to call a foul on the follow-through. And indeed they are, sending Dyer to the line. That is Henkel's third, something to watch. There's 2:25 in the third, and Henkel's got 3 fouls.
They've been battling it out down there. Henkel, that could have been a call on the other possession, just the last possession. They were bound to blow the whistle at some point.
It all evens out. It really does. I mean, got a great group of officiators today as Dyer hits the first one. Second one up and good. Good free throw shooters are both these big guys, which helps too.
State Line with the press trying to get something, just any spark. They've got to figure out a way to stop Oakhill.
Worley picks up the foul on the press. That is 24. I believe that is Landon Worley. Yes, he picks up the foul. And that's going to be his first, team's 4th. Something to watch also as we creep closer to the bonus. Oakhill's done a masterful job of shooting free throws. Oh, Greenberg threw it to Henkel, who wasn't ready for it. Stolen by State Line. 3 let go by Worley. In the corner to Marshall, no good. Rebounded by Henkel. State Line's coach not happy. A couple State Line players hit the floor. Nice pass by Hodges. Bakey in the corner. Grindrade jump shot is good.
But Oakhill unaffected by all the drama on the other end. They come down, patient, get the bucket.
Yep.
And there was plenty of drama down there.
Yes, there generally is. Dyer gets bumped, no call. They get it down to him against the smaller Hodges. Dyer backs him down. Great use of the shoulder. And that's it, man. If you're in the ref's ear a lot, you're going to get a call eventually. And I think Dyer slipped there, but they're going to call the foul on Hodges.
Yeah, they're when he's backing down that hard, and he's doing all he can to keep him out of there. It's gonna go their way. Nice help.
Yep, excellent help by Hodges, knocks it away. Man, I'm impressed with this Oakhill defense. Yep. Henkel went up to pass and got fouled, got grabbed in the arm. Ref makes the call. And to your point earlier, these fouls are really starting to mount up. It's going to be the 5th team foul on State Line.
Oakhill's recognized if they can just help with Dyer, boom, it just upsets their offense, so they just can't get the wheels turning again.
I think too the correction, by the way, that it is 5 fouls on State Line. I think the refs are noticing a physical. Oh, we got a 5-second call on Worley.
That's a rare call.
Yeah.
You really don't see that a ton.
Hodges stood there with the ball, and Worley was within an arm's distance, and they called 5 seconds. I think what I was saying was that with the way this game is turning physically, and the physicality of it, I think refs are trying to maintain control of it, so they're calling a little bit more now. Stolen by Greenberg. This man does everything. On the run, layup is good.
Great hustle. Right in the passing lane, picks it off, takes it all the way.
I know Henkel's phenomenal, and he's probably been their best player, but Greenberg's giving him a run for his money. Offensive rebounds, putbacks, steals. I mean, and this lead is now 16 for
It's
Oakhill.
starting to pull away.
Good move for Dyer. A little bit of gamesmanship there, clapping in the face of Hodges as Dyer heads to the free throw line.
That was a great move. I mean, he backed him down, and Hodges couldn't do anything.
The footwork from these two bigs is so impressive. I know they're both, I think they're both seniors, but oh no. Henkel's a sophomore.
That's scary.
He could be a problem. Holy cow, I didn't realize that. The sophomore is Henkel. Oh my God.
There's several young players, as I looked across the rosters, that are really playing well. You give it another couple of years, these guys are going to be
The
unbelievable.
experience they're getting now at this young age is going to only make them better. We had a guy yesterday from Lake County that dropped 59. Oh, with a lot of contact. Refs, coach is not happy from either side.
No, well,
Is
exactly.
the coach ever happy?
And honestly, watching some of that, and I know they're both trying to make a play on the ball, so it's a difficult call, but there's bodies flying around at this point.
Yeah. Henkel rubbing the back of his head a little bit. Coach going to check on him.
Well, and he should. He's
Yeah.
making sure he's not woozy at all.
Got a massive size mismatch underneath with the 5'10" Reigns guarding the 6'5" Henkel.
Wonder where they're going to go.
If I'm the coach, you know where you're going. Ball tipped away. Andrews maintains, picked up by Worley. 23 seconds left in the half. In the corner to Greenberg, picked up by Marshall. Over to Hodges. Wing to Andrews. Andrews picks up his dribble. Over to Bakey. Let's go from 3.
Boom.
Splash.
See if they can stop him here. Man, I would not retreat though. You got to keep pressure on him.
I don't know if Marshall knows. Over to Reigns for 3. No good. And that was a massive quarter for Oakhill.
You know what? That's what you want though. Come out of halftime and just go. And Oakhill did just that. Played good basketball. That's a tough road now for State Line. See what they can do.
Our score at the end of 3, Oakhill 42, State Line 25. Cheese curds were just brought to the booth, so we're going to take a break. We'll be right back after this on the Eagles Sports Network. All right, everyone, welcome back. Thanks for joining us. That was a massive quarter for Oakhill, outscoring State Line 20-6. I don't generally do math, but if I did that correctly, that's what the quarter was for Oakhill.
Yeah, and if you're coach at State Line, that is exactly the opposite of what you're hoping for. Now you've got to figure out a way to slow them down a little bit, and then you've got to do the same thing. Be patient on offense.
Oakhill's in charge right now, but I promise you what, State Line's not done fighting.
There's plenty of time.
Yep.
And just like that, start there. Start with the steal, and then go down and work it.
Dyer, the big man, pushing the ball up the court in the corner to Worley. Let's go from three. They need it. Long, no good. Rebounded by Dyer. Dyer goes back up against Andrews. Mouse in the house, bucket in the foul.
Great position, though. Great position. Right there, waiting for the rebound, pulls it down, and goes back up and gets the foul.
It's the start you want. Turnover for Oakhill, and one opportunity for Dyer. And that's going to be the third foul. I'm not sure who that was for Oakhill that picked it up. Might have been Bakey, but that's his third. Dyer hits the free throw. And State Line's in the bonus the rest of the way.
Lead narrowed down to 14.
How awesome is that, though? I mean, you're having trouble passing the ball, and you just throw it up to the 6'5" guy who just outreaches everybody and grabs it.
Wish you had that option in every scenario.
Yep. Aggressive Worley.
Oh.
A nickel dimer.
I tell you what, those are the calls after you just watch somebody get hit, and then it's like, But, hey, play the game.
Yep. That's the thing. Can't let it affect you, and it's so easy to do. Inbound to Bakey. Bakey up top to Henkel. Nice rip-through move for Henkel. Gets the bucket and the foul. He'll answer Dyer's and one with the and one opportunity of his own.
You know, you're asking a lot out of that defender on Henkel. I mean, that's a lot to handle.
That's what we were wondering in the first half was why Dyer's not guarding him. I mean, I understand if it's a foul trouble thing, you want to keep Dyer fresh, but at some point, Henkel's running away with it. Hits the free throw, too. And just like that, it's back up to 17, 1 minute into the fourth quarter here. Ooh, my goodness.
Fouls are going to really come back to haunt Oakhill if they're not careful, because now Dyer is really taking it down low.
Yep. And that's what you do. If the refs are going to call that, then you go there every single time, and you live at the free throw line because the clock is stopped. You're putting points on the board, and that's what you need to come back in this game.
And their bonus here on out.
Yep. And Dyer's been virtually money from the line. There's no hack-a-shack in this game. These two bigs
no,
can
sir.
hit their free throws. Second one up, bounces around and in for Dyer. He's having another monster game. Oh, Greenberg looks up and he does find Bakey. Bakey with the left hand up and good.
Dyer had a choice there. He chose to leave the man down low, and it was, that's just a gamble there.
I like what Bakey did as Worley misses the layup. He took his time, set his feet, and finished on the left side once he located the rim. He didn't just turn around and shoot. Sometimes you see that quick turnaround and shot, and they just mess up a wide open layup. Not Bakey there. It was a good move by him. So we got an offensive foul, I'm assuming on Bakey.
I'm assuming that was on that screen.
Yep, it was. You're right.
But, boy, that's not going to make the coach happy.
And that's the fourth foul on Bakey. So he's got 4. We know Henkel has 3. And neither of these teams play deep into their bench. Maybe a guy or two, but if a Henkel or a Dyer ends up going out, I mean, that's not good for their respective teams for sure. And we've labored the point over and over again, but the next foul on Oakhill, and it's 2 shots the rest of the way for a State Line.
And with 6:30, that's a ton of time if you're just picking up easy free throws.
The fans give Ethan Raines a round of applause for tying his shoe.
Sometimes it's the little things in life. Got to applaud him.
It probably would have taken me longer, so it's good on Ethan. Worley with the mid-range jump shot, no good. Worley falls down, and guess what? Number 4 on Henkel. It's there for State Line.
That was a foul, but you got to blow the whistle right away.
Yeah, That would. Be much appreciated. Worthy, let's go to the first. Nothing but net. I tell you what, both these teams, and that's part of why they're here. They're hitting their free throws.
And that's huge. I mean, refs talking it over with a few players there. Just, keeping everybody under control.
Yeah. It's getting chippy. And both these teams are, they're fighting for a spot in the championship game. This is why they came. Second one, no good. Rebounded by Henkel.
Henkel just takes up that space down there. You are not going to grab that away.
So tall. Even if you get position, his height still allows him to grab rebounds. Greenberg out to Andrews. Andrews wisely pulls it out, runs some time.
Oh. Boy, I tell you what, though, Dyer played good defense down low, but to have him come all the way out, he can get everywhere on the floor.
And that's Dyer's fourth foul. So now you got the two bigs, the two best players on each team with 4 fouls with 6 minutes to go and a 16-point lead for Oakhill.
Some of these fans would make great refs, though. At least, it seems like they would.
1 year for one of these tournaments. We should just give all the fans a ref jersey and have them go ref the game. Bakey misses the front of 1-1, but the ball is stolen by Hodges. Can't have turnovers and empty possessions if you're State Line as Andrews dives on the floor. State Line ties him up, and the ball is going to go back to State Line.
State Line has had their opportunities, and they're going to have to capitalize on a few of these if they want to have a chance, because right now they're just trading. But to pull ahead, State Line's going to really have to figure out a way to score here. They're missing a few opportunities.
Down to Dyer, double by Greenberg, over to Worley, mid-range jump shot, rolls around and off. Down low, tipped by Rains, collected by Hodges of Oakhill. And
boy, Oakhill
had a fast break.
I was going to say, I'm surprised that they called that timeout, but hey, Coach felt they needed a break.
I thought the ref said my time because 2 State Line players collided, and I was like, oh, you can't do that. But it turns out Oakhill did call a timeout.
Thank goodness that wasn't what it is.
All right, welcome back. 5:37 to go here in the Church Gym semifinal game between Oakhill and State Line. Oakhill with a 16-point lead, 5.5 to go. And a turnover there by Oakhill.
Good defense there.
At this point, it's got to be stops and buckets if you're State Line. You're down 16 with 5:20 to go.
Rains just played position defense down there.
Yep.
He got underneath Henkel, but didn't foul.
Nice take by Rains. No shot, but it doesn't matter because that's the 10th foul on Oakhill, and they get 2 free throws.
Here's their chance to make him pay from the free throw line.
Oh, that's the 5th foul. Who was it on? Bakey? Yes, it was. 5th foul on Bakey. And that's going to get Jason Sweats, the 5'10 junior guard, off of the bench. Did they have neon-colored shoes when you played, or was that not even an option?
Yeah, some of the color choices have dramatically changed. They did not have pink, I can promise you that.
I believe it.
Did they have it when you played?
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
I like the team shoe concept, but so many players don't like certain shoes and yada yada, as Rains misses the front end of 2. But I prefer, if it was up to me, which it's not, I love team shoes across the board. I like the uniformity.
Oh, you got endorsements. I mean, it just gets sticky with some of these players.
That's fair. Second free throw, no good, and you got to hit those free throws. Oh, Greenberg up ahead to Sweats, who lobs it. Oh, and Rains, Rains is going to get one. Hard foul, clean foul. but a hard foul. And then he walks over Henkel and kind of bumps him with his leg, and the ref saw it, and then that's going to get called 10 times out of 10.
Yeah, and I think Raines might be taking a seat on the bench.
So it's going to be 2 shots for Oakhill and Henkel. That is the clock is running. First one up and good for Henkel. One more shot on the ball. The clock was running. Let's see if they add time. Raines does take a seat. Second one up and good.
And I'll tell you, I know you're caught up in the emotion of the game and the heat of the moment, but there's just not a place for that.
So Raines hits the 2 from the intentional. Hits the first of the 2 for the shooting foul. It hits all 4 of them, and that's a 20-point lead, just like that. And
State Line was in this thing.
Yeah.
And you can just feel that momentum changing.
Yep,
And you're giving the guy 6 shots.
I'm thoroughly confused.
Did they call? I guess we don't know. Did he call a double technical?
I mean, maybe on the. Oh man, maybe Raines said something. I don't want to speculate. I shouldn't even say that. But all I know is Henkel got 6 free throws, hit them all. It's a 22-point game, and that honestly might do it. I mean,
I don't know that I've seen something quite like that.
we had the shooting foul. We had the technical foul, which is 4 free throws. So someone had to pick up another technical or something.
But I'm not sure.
Yeah. Well,
if we find out, we'll be sure to pass it along.
We got a loose ball out of bounds back to Oakhill. 4:26 to go.
Well, now you're back to bench players here for State Line, and it just feels different. If you're used to a certain group of players out there on the floor, everything just kind of gets a little awry.
If you're Oakhill's coach, you gotta. I mean, assuming that the 22-point lead with 4 minutes holds, you got a championship game to get ready for. At what point do you pull some of your guys out and rest them for this next game?
You're getting mighty close.
Marshall, nice crossover move on Greenberg, but can't finish.
Well, and honestly, with the intensity that this game has had, you're also really concerned about even injury.
Yeah.
Just something you don't want to see anybody go down.
Yep. And subs coming in for State Line, so I'm assuming Oakhill's got to pull their guys soon. I mean, both these teams have a game to play.
I think State Line is now recognized that and is saying, you know what, we'll sit a couple guys, get them ready for the 3rd and 4th place game.
And not that, I mean, you don't want to see a blowout in these type of games, especially get to the championship game, but it's what we have right now, and it's an opportunity for some of these guys that don't get to play a lot to come in and play in a tournament game and get some experience. So. And
Eli is certainly taking a beating this game. The guy, I mean, the fact that he's back after, what everybody saw in the first half, he's just played his heart out. He really did play well. He gave everything he had.
Yep. State Line's issue has never been effort. I mean, they give that anytime they're on the court, which is always appreciated. I think just Oakhill smothering defense today is what really the story is, and their rebounding.
It's fun to watch when players will just give everything, never give up.
Second free throw missed by Sweats, and
I'm a little surprised that some of the Oakhill bench hasn't made an appearance here. They did pull Henkel just now, so that'll make a difference.
We got wholesale changes for State Line. We got Brant Dyer. We've got Trevin Johnson as Marshall drives. Kicks it over to Derek Brothwaite. Hopefully I said that right. I'm sorry if I did not. And in for Oakhill's number 25, Caden Andrews. Still got some stars out there for Oakhill. I'm interested to see when they leave. Back cut stolen by State Line, up ahead to 25, into 14, up no good, rebounded by the rebounding machine that is Greenberg.
And that's the difference between your starting 5, your few off the bench, the timing's off, the normal easy entry passes that you're used to making. Just, it's experience.
Yep. Greenberg with a little two-step there, and the ref says you can't do that. That's going to be a travel over the state line.
They might want to start the clock, though.
That would, this late in the game, might as well. That's number 20 for 3. That is Brant Dyer. Going out on a limb here, assuming that's the younger brother of Eli, but I could be wrong.
I think it's probably a safe assumption.
Again, thank you all for joining us for this game. Following this game here is the Consolation Championship between Clinton Road and Faith. We encourage you all to stick around and watch that game. Got a 3rd and 4th place game right now between State Line at this point and loser of Hammond and Arthur.
Hey, the only thing you're missing by watching online is the cinnamon rolls. The experience, it's still the same.
I'm going to hold my mic up to the cinnamon roll. Hopefully we can get
See if we can give a... Boy, I tell you what, if you could sniff it through the stream, that'd be fantastic because, boy, they're good.
They're phenomenal.
Seeing some movement on the Oakhill bench. I think we're getting a line change.
That's the thing as a coach, too. I mean, it's easy for us to sit here and say, oh, you should pull the guys. As Marshall drains one from 3 feet behind the three-point line. But you just want to be sure.
He knows his players better than we do, and the last thing you want is somehow to have a miraculous turnaround.
Yeah, you don't want to pull Jim Harriman.
Boy. Look it up on Wikipedia. You'll find the story, trust me.
Hodges up top to Sweats, and they got a timeout, I'm assuming, for substitution purposes for Oakhill. And they're going to take the full 30 seconds, so. $1:38 to go here. Oakhill 53. State Line 34. We'll be right back after this on ESN. All right, Pastor Dave, you just got some information on the score in the school gym.
Yeah, tell us about that because, man, they narrowed that window down.
Score with 46 seconds left in the 4th quarter is Hammond 52, Arthur 50. That was once a 15-point lead for Hammond, so Arthur has stormed all the way back. And not that I would ask you to leave our stream. We enjoy having you here, but if you want to check out that action, man, with 46 seconds left, that's some barn-burning action.
Because I can tell you one coach that isn't happy right now.
Yes.
That'd be Coach Woosley for Hammond.
Yep.
Ooh, someone.
Honestly, your Hammonds, your Arthurs, we have a lot of great coaches here, but those two guys are phenomenal at getting their players to play to their ability, getting them to figure out their role, getting them to not step outside their risk. It's really impressive what they do with their respective programs.
And both of us have seen the consistency over the years from both of those coaches. Constantly taking a variety, mixed bag of talent and putting it together, just so disciplined.
Yep. Dyer, let's go from 3, no good. We had a couple seconds ago, we had a bucket for number 30, Elijah Harmon. He's a 6'2 freshman.
Where are all these kids coming from? Because we can't find them here at Gwent Road.
No, we would love some height. We'll have to look into that. Got a turnover here in Oakhill. We'll see if we can get you another update on the Hammond-Arthur score if you have indeed stayed with us. We again appreciate you joining us, sitting through this this semifinal game. Dyer with the nice drive all the way to hoop and scores. 55-36, 20 seconds left in this game. Oakhill will head to the championship game, taking on the winner of Arthur Hammond. State Line will head to the third, fourth place matchup against the loser of Arthur and Hammond.
Still 52-50 for Hammond. Teams have gone into a timeout with 26.5 remaining in that game over there.
Our game has come to an end. We thank you all for joining us. Our final score, Oakhill 55, State Line 36. For Pastor Dave, this is Dan Fontana saying thanks, and tune in to our next game, Quentin Road and Faith. We'll be back on ESN.